High in the eastern Himalayas, in one of the most remote regions on Earth, China has begun construction on what may become the largest hydropower project ever built. The project is located on the Yarlung Tsangpo River, a river that originates on the Tibetan Plateau, cuts through deep mountain gorges, and then flows into India and Bangladesh, where it becomes known as the Brahmaputra. On the surface, this is a clean energy story, but its scale, location, and timing have made it one of the most closely watched infrastructure projects in Asia. The project consists of a series of hydropower stations, often described as a cascade system, built along a dramatic bend in the river. This section of the Yarlung Tsangpo drops roughly 2,000 meters in elevation over a relatively short distance, making it one of the most powerful hydropower sites in the world. Chinese planning documents and media reports suggest the project could generate more electricity annually than any existing hydropower facility, including the Three Gorges Dam. Construction officially began in 2025, with completion expected sometime in the 2030s. Geography is central to understanding why this project matters. China controls the upper reaches of the Yarlung Tsangpo. Once the river leaves Chinese territory, it becomes a critical lifeline for downstream regions in India and Bangladesh. This means decisions made upstream about flow timing, sediment control, and infrastructure operation can have downstream consequences. While China describes the project as primarily run-of-river, downstream governments have expressed concern about long-term impacts and the lack of shared data mechanisms. From an energy perspective, hydropower plays a unique role in China's clean energy transition. Unlike wind and solar, hydropower can be dispatched on demand, providing stability to electricity grids with large shares of variable renewable energy. In this context, the Yarlung Tsangpo project is not simply about producing electricity. It is about building firm, controllable power capacity that can support China's expanding renewable energy system at a national scale. Long-distance transmission lines are expected to move this electricity from Tibet to major population and industrial centers further east. The technical challenges of the project are significant. The region is geologically complex, with steep terrain, frequent landslides, and high seismic activity. Large-scale tunneling and river diversion are required, much of it inside mountainous terrain. Environmental researchers have raised concerns about ecosystem disruption, sediment trapping, and long-term river behavior changes, particularly downstream. Comprehensive environmental details have not been made fully public, contributing to uncertainty outside China. The project has drawn close attention from neighboring countries. India, in particular, has emphasized the importance of transparency and early warning systems for downstream impacts. While no formal water-sharing treaty exists between China and India for this river, diplomatic channels remain active. Analysts note that large infrastructure projects on transboundary rivers often carry political significance, even when framed primarily as energy investments. More broadly, the Yarlung Tsangpo Dam reflects a global trend. As countries move away from fossil fuels, control over clean energy infrastructure is becoming a strategic asset. Hydropower, critical minerals, transmission networks, and storage capacity increasingly shape not only energy systems but regional influence. In this sense, the project is not just about a dam. It is about how energy, geography, and state power intersect in the 21st century. If successful, the Yarlung Tsangpo hydropower project could become a cornerstone of China's clean energy system. If mismanaged, it could deepen regional mistrust and environmental risk. Either way, its impact will extend far beyond the mountains where it is being built. This is not simply an engineering project, it is a long-term decision, with consequences that will unfold over decades. You're watching CleanTech Insider, where we look beyond headlines to understand how technology, energy, and power shape the world.